still on these Blair individuals. The year was 1986. Ed Blount, Blair High School alumni, was the Pac-10 Conference Player of the Week after his Washington State Cougars beat USC 34-14. Mr. Blount completed 13 of 20 passes for 201 yards and 2 touchdowns, giving the Cougars their first win over the Trojans since 1957. Mr. Blount, a kid from Pasadena who really wanted to be a defensive back or a wide receiver, made history when he signed with the 49ers in 1987, becoming one of a small group of black quarterbacks that would play in the NFL. Join us in celebrating Mr. Blount's contribution to Pasadena's sports history.
Thank you, everybody. First of all, thank you guys for inducting me. It's an honor. Todd, Sean, to play wide receiver. I just knew I was going to be a wide receiver. I think I caught one pass and I threw it back. I ran to the end zone. And guy was like, "Come here, man. You're not going to throw the ball like that." So, Pasadena is special to me. Like I said, it saved my life. My story's long. I'm not going to share the whole story, but the 3 years that I got to spend in Pasadena, I think people think I've been here so much longer. Everybody that I know, Pasadena is super close. I wish I grew up in Pasadena. I lived in Pasadena High School's district. So the friend took me to Blair. I was just like, man, you could have just took me to Bureau or Pasadena High School at the time, but it worked out. I got to hand the ball off to a guy named Fred Crutcher.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And Fred was a beast.
Yes, he was.
Man, I'm telling you. So I had another cat named Ronnie Robinson, fullback, went to Nebraska. Tight end, Tony Newton, went to Nebraska. Nebraska was number 1, number 2 in the country at that time. So these dudes were grown as men in high school. And I swear I'm so happy I was on their team because I definitely would not want to fight not one of them. So, but I appreciate being nominated with everybody. I'll make this short. I love helping people, so I'm really more about that. I really want to use this platform to kind of talk about what I'm building and what I'm doing. So I'm going to share that real quick. Is 2005, Hall of Famer Dee Dee Moore from John Muir High School. Dee Dee and I went to college together. Dee Dee and I met in baseball in the summer I got here. I played senior babe at Jackie Robinson. And we just created a great friendship. We would meet after games. Dee Dee played quarterback at John Muir. I played at Blair. And we would meet after the game and compare how many interceptions we threw. Just, we talked about stuff that nobody else was talking about. We ended up going to college together at Washington State. Anyway, fast forward, in 2005, Dee Dee lost his battle to ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. I wanted to do something for his family. Dee Dee was my brother. I mean, I was at his house with his family every Friday. Fish Friday, I was not gonna miss it. And when he got the disease, it was just terrible to watch what it does to the body. And I wouldn't wish it on anybody. Dee Dee was so popular that I just wanted to do something for him, so I created a golf tournament. Well, first of all, I created a foundation called the Moore Hope Foundation. And then we did a golf tournament. And I got on the phone, told my wife at the time, I'm gonna do a golf tournament for Dee Dee, help raise some money for his family. And I got on the phone and I probably called 40 people before noon. By 1 o'clock, I was at Dee Dee's house asking if his dad, if he would bring Dee Dee down to Brookside Golf Course for the golf tournament. And Dee was in a wheelchair. He couldn't talk. He was just, but he's conscious. He knows everything that's going on. I said, Dee, I want to do this golf tournament for you. He says, man, he gave me the biggest smile. And I just knew it was the right thing to do. So he gave me the biggest smile. Had a buddy who was the president of Brand Jordan at the time, who I have a daughter at the University of Alabama right now, junior, and her godfather was the president of Brand Jordan, so Nike Jordan pitched in some cash for it. And we ended up putting together a tournament in 3 months. And it was amazing. It was like the most, it was the best thing that I've done in my life. And I just understood what it was like to help people unselfishly and whatnot. So Dee Dee showed up, standing ovation. I mean, I'm sure half the people in here were at the golf tournament. I still hear people clapping, right? So he passed away 3 months later in September. And anyway, so for me, I'm building a professional football tour. Call it Fast 5, and I'm doing it to help underserved kids, military veterans, and advanced medical research for causes that we all care about. So, like I said, I'd rather use a platform to kind of share what I'm doing and what I'm building and why I'm doing it. But with all the inequalities and things that we're seeing right now, even with the NFL and the coaches and the black quarterbacks, we've always had problems with black quarterbacks. But with the coaching and the management and GMs and things like that, I'm like, at some point we have to start our own leagues. We have to start our own companies. We have to start our own businesses and help each other out and work together. So that's really what I'm about. So, but I don't mean to hijack the platform. I truly am blessed and honored to be part of the Pasadena Hall of Fame. Before I get out of here, I want to introduce my daughter over here, Kaylee Blount. Join me. Kaylee's a senior in high school, straight A student. She's amazing. Softball player. Trying to get a scholarship.
Better arm than you. You're saying.
Oh yeah. See what you say.
She got a cannon. I definitely can't throw as good as her now. But,
More than.
So, Kaylee Blount, everybody. We're trying to get a scholarship. So COVID kind of hurt their chances right now. And then I have another daughter, Sydney Blount, at the University of Alabama, as I was saying earlier. And just overachievers, A student, Dean's List, works with the Alabama football program now, marketing major. She'll finish in 3 years. She'll get a master's in 4. So, like I said, I'm just about helping. And I want to definitely want to get involved with the kids and what we're doing. Is there a clock on me? Because I know I said I was going to be quick. Other than that, I just want to thank everybody that had anything to do with me and helping me develop and get through. It took a village, a lot of friends and family members that helped raise me. So I'm appreciative to everybody. And thank you for this honor. Appreciate it. Go Cougs. I'm too excited.
We got to break up some of this Blair stuff.